Hi, it's Zoe here from itchpet.com. Today we're going to be talking about the nasty little parasites known as ticks. Ticks are tiny blood-sucking parasites with 8 legs and belong to the same family as spiders. You may see them on yourself or your pet. They start off small, only a few millimetres in size and brown in colour, but as they feed, they grow up to a centimetre in size and grey in colour. Did you know a female tick can increase her weight by 120 times as she feeds in preparation for laying eggs? Ticks, unfortunately, can transmit diseases to you and your pet, so it's important that you know how to protect yourself from them. And, unfortunately, they are fairly easy to pick up. Adult ticks will climb up long grass or vegetation and wait for a passing human or animal to latch onto for a feed. Ticks do not jump or fly. Therefore, dogs running through long grass or through woodland, or spaniels who are in and out the bushy undergrowth, are going to be at risk. You can also pick up ticks in your garden, particularly if it's visited by a lot of wildlife. Cats will pick up ticks if they're hunting in this area or if they visit fields which are full of sheep or deer. The main tick season is from March to November, but with warmer climates and pets that are travelling abroad, ticks can be a problem all year round. As well as the initial irritation of a bite, the problem is that ticks can transfer disease to your pet during feeding. We call these tick-borne diseases, and they are an ongoing and increasing problem for both humans and their animals. The most common UK tick, Ixodes, known as the sheep tick, can transmit a disease known as Lyme disease. This is a serious bacterial infection that can infect both humans and dogs. If your dog has lameness due to swollen joints, a high temperature, a lack of energy and swollen glands, these could be symptoms of Lyme disease, so be sure to tell your vet if you have seen a tick on them. Dermacenta, or the marsh tick, has populations in Wales and the south of England, and unfortunately these have been known to transmit the parasite known as Babesia. Babesia attacks your dog's red blood cells and causes a severe anemia which sadly can be fatal. Cats are also, although to a lesser extent, at risk of tick-borne diseases. Both fleas and ticks can transmit mycoplasma to your cat during feeding. These also attack red blood cells and can cause a severe anemia. Cats can get Lyme disease, although they tend to remain symptom-free, they can be carriers. There are many other tick-borne diseases, but these thankfully are quite rare in the UK and tend to be in our pets that have travelled abroad. It's a good idea to groom your pets daily. Rub your hands over their body so that any changes are brought to your attention. You're more likely to feel a tick than see it in the first instance because they're so small when they attach and they bury deep into the fur. The most likely places you're going to find ticks are going to be the head, the neck and the ears, the groin, the armpits and between the toes. This is because ticks like areas which are dark and warm and also where there is less hair and the skin is a little thinner. Visible ticks should be removed from your pet as soon as possible to avoid transmission of any tick-borne diseases. There are lots of methods online about how to remove ticks, but the best and safest is to use a purpose-designed tick hook. Ticks have extremely strong mouth parts to allow them to latch securely onto your pet. If you just pull at the tick, you risk separating the body, which will leave the head embedded in your pet and leave them at risk of developing an abscess. A tick hook is designed to remove the tick in one smooth movement. You slide it in from the side under the tick, twist and pull, and it should come out in its entirety. Be sure to wear gloves and make sure you dispose of the tick correctly. If you use tweezers, you risk accidentally squeezing and crushing the tick, and this can cause disease to be passed back into your pet. Do not ever cover a tick in Vaseline. All this does is prolong the contact time between the tick and your pet, which increases the risk of transmission of disease. Please, please, please don't ever apply any topical products such as alcohol to the tick, and don't ever burn them. Not only do these methods not work, you risk seriously injuring your pet. You must also, in addition to this, ideally use a year-round tick preventative treatment. The good news is, if you already subscribe to Flea, you have tick eliminating treatment on board already. I hope this has helped. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.